Hello, everybody.
We're talking a little bit like not as loud just because it's nighttime.
It is currently 10 o'clock at night.
Oh my goodness, it is.
Actually, 9.
Yeah, we were supposed to, well, my plan was to record this video during the kids' nap time today after lunch.
But Gigi ended up taking a nap on my chest because she had some emotional problems.
Yeah, she decided she didn't want to nap alone on her bed, but rather she wanted to nap in here.
On my chest.
So this is the only time that we get to record and have peace and quiet. So I thought that today we will start sharing our story.
Ta-da!
It's gonna be long, but we're just gonna do like...
We're going to do parters, like part 1, part 2, part 10.
There's not gonna be 10 parts.
Like the Fast and Furious trilogy.
But yeah, so we're gonna start by saying that we met through a dating app called Mutual.
Yeah, I think the name has changed since they've updated it or something. Yeah. Or it's something mutual, but it was originally Mutual back in 2017.
Oh yeah, we met in 2017.
Yes, we are.
That's such a long time ago. Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna tell my part, like how I got the app, and then you can tell yours.
Sure.
Okay.
Go for it.
So I heard about this app back, what was it? It was after one of my roommate's wedding. There was this friend, Elvin. He told me and one other of my roommates, Lucy, about this app, that it was only working on iPhones back then, and that it was mostly like for members of the church, so they were using it, that you could meet people that, you know, kind of aligned with the beliefs that we have. So I was like, sure, let's give it a shot, let's try it out. So I made a profile. I kind of checked into it for like the first month. That was back in November of 2016. I kind of like just checked for a month, and then I was like, yeah, I really don't like this that much. I mean, it was in college. I had opportunities to meet guys at college, so I didn't feel like I needed the app. I wasn't going on many dates. I was going on dates, but not like an overwhelming amount. Anyway, I wasn't really using the app. I had my account and my profile there, but my roommates, Lucy and Sarah, which I'm very grateful for, they were using my profile to kind of like, I can't remember if it was swipe up or swipe right.
I don't think it was either. I think it was checkmark or X.
Or something like that. I don't even know.
It was a long
to
time
match
ago.
With people, to match me with people. Because, I mean, they were my roommates for so long. They knew kind of what I was looking for. And they did it for fun, too. And so I don't know which one, but one of them matched me with Michael. And fun fact, I had, because there was a limit of how far do you want to meet somebody. I had my limit for 30 miles because I was thinking like from here to Provo, that's the farthest I'm gonna go.
And her sister lived in Provo, so she had reasons to travel down there as well.
Yep. So I was like, I can't go that far, but Michael was from California.
Like
he lived in California, so I don't know how his profile showed up in my profile too. I don't know how that happened. And that's my story, how I got the app and I got matched with him.
All right.
Do you want to take like your side?
Sure. So I got the app originally for my friend Jordan, and maybe some other friends, I don't remember. But essentially it was like a group plan, a bunch of my guys, the bros, to get the app and everything, just to support each other and say, hey, did you see that girl? What do you think about her, kind of thing, whatever you want to call it. And I actually just started getting into it. And before I knew it, I was actually matching with people, so I was like, okay, whatever. I would talk to them. I was talking to quite a few people at the same time. Well, people as in girls. And I've told you this. I was actually in a serious conversation with this girl, almost to the point of like actually going out and like spending a day with her or whatever. And I was still swiping because I didn't really have any strong feelings. I was just like, okay, it was more of a serious like, hey, we might start dating sort of thing. And then I saw her picture, and so she knows this already, but I instantly saw her picture. Never talked to her before, but I saw a couple of things. One, that she was from Spain, and she knows I'm into Latino women, and so it was a huge plus. Plus, when I saw her picture, just to kind of be frank, I knew she was going to be the one to get married to. So, and I knew that from the moment I saw her picture, and I didn't tell her that until after we got married.
Yeah.
Because it would have been probably scary for her to even hear that, and probably
too much. It would have been too much pressure.
Yeah, it would have her turning me down super fast. But after I swiped, it was an instant match, which means that one of her roommates had matched with me, or swiped up on me, or side check marked, whatever, with me first. So I instantly said hey to her, and she responded back really fast. Luckily, it was her, not one of her roommates. But
it was me. I gotta say, it was me because I had my phone with me. I just didn't know who was talking to me because I was like, "Who's Michael?"
Yeah, some white guy.
I was like, "What?" I was like, I knew a Mike, but I was like, "Who's Michael?"
So yeah, anyways, after I saw her picture and I started talking to her, I instantly cut ties with all the girls. Every single one of them. I didn't talk to a single girl. I actually was on the verge of deleting the app. I abstained from the app basically because her and I jumped off of mutual relatively within a week or two of talking. Maybe even less. We jumped off onto like Facebook and like Snapchat.
It was less. Like I remember we were talking through the app for like a couple days,
and then we just moved to like social media and texting.
Yeah, we moved to texting and all through Snapchat. We used Snapchat back then. Anyway, and I remember we talked every single day for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like from the moment we woke up until the moment we went back to sleep. Like it was through the day.
Mm-hmm.
And we FaceTime. Was it a week?
I think it was after a week, yeah.
Like a week after we were texting, we FaceTime. And from then on, we just kept FaceTiming almost every day.
And what she takes a lot of pride in is she was the one who suggested that we should FaceTime. And so I was kind of nervous. I mean, I had FaceTime with like I said, I was talking to a lot of girls, so I had FaceTime with other girls before. And then for some reason, I was way more nervous to FaceTime her. You did? I told you that a long time ago. Yes. I told you all this stuff. You just ignored it.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but I was more nervous to FaceTime her than I was anybody else I've ever FaceTimed before in my life. I don't know why. No idea why. But I was very nervous and shy to start talking to her.
Anyway, we started talking April 27th.
Yeah.
Of 2017.
Yeah. It was 8 days after my birthday, and I had just quit a job, so I was actually currently unemployed at the time. So there's a lot of in my mind red flags that would kind of persuade her to not want to even like give me a second look. But
I mean, I didn't really care, but here it's like it's kind of like a thing, like
working.
I don't want to say like, but it's kind of like a thing like with previous roommates that I had that. Oh, like the guy has to have a car and they have to have a job or like be studying but also having a job, like, you know.
There's a lot of requirements that men have to live up to under some women's requirements.
And to be honest, I really didn't care if he had a car or I mean he didn't, but like if he had a job or he didn't, that he had like the desire to like work and be hardworking. That's all I wanted, and like the same kind of like values, and you know, yeah, we kind of like got along really well, really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, like we started talking April 27th. We FaceTime pretty much every day, and he actually did something really cute for my birthday.
Yeah, so I since her roommates somehow got on my Snapchat somehow, I was able to get her.
Who was it? Sorry,
it was Lucy. I was able to get Lucy's.
Lucy was like my older sister. She was always taking care of me.
Always taking care of her. And so I messaged her, basically, that I was going to send a package in her name, basically, from Maria, with a bunch of stuff. But I also said, hey, is there a place you can go buy a big stuffed dog from? Because I knew she loves dogs. And so I knew since she also missed her dog, I told her just to pick up the biggest one she could find, tell me how much it was going to cost, and I'll just Venmo her the money. So I Venmo her the money so she could buy the dog. And then so basically on her birthday, I was there with her, and I texted Lucy and said, hey, bring it in now because I'm talking to her. And then she started singing, so I started singing, and she's brought in all the presents. And then she was kind of confused of how my name was on the package and everything. Mm-hmm. And then she was also confused because it said Lucy on there as well with a bunch of stuff for her. So
yeah, he also bought like a couple, was it Superman shirts?
Yeah.
I like Superman, he likes Batman.
But I bought 2 Superman shirts because the idea was I was planning. I told her I was committed to coming out to Utah to get my shirt. so that she knew I was gonna actually visit her at some point, so I can get my shirt for one thing, but then we can also have matching shirts.
That was his way of like, wait for me. Don't date anybody else. Just wait one
I was
minute.
showing my commitment early on, so she understood how serious I was. Although we never actually talked about what our idea of what was going to come out of the relationship was. We kind of just like went with the flow as if we knew the outcome, but we never actually verbally or voiced our opinion on what we wanted the end game to be in this relationship.
Yeah, I think we just.
I knew.
Like, yeah, I think we just kind of knew. I mean, I to be honest, he probably knew before me. I was a little more hesitant, just because that's how I am. A little more hesitant. I don't want to get hurt, so I take a little longer into like, per se, like getting attached or falling in love.
Yeah, so
I'm a little more like logical. Like, no, if it's not gonna work out, because he lives so far away.
So something in her culture compared to here in America. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I didn't date enough girls to know this. I don't know. But there is literally, you start dating and eventually you get to the point where you say I love you. But for her, there's like we're dating, and then there's te quiero, which is like I like you.
Te quiero.
Te quiero.
It's like I love you, but not as strong as I love you.
So basically, the way she explained to me was, it's like I like you, but it's
A lot.
more, but it's like a lot. And
Like
so
a lot.
in my mind, when she told me that, and then one day before I got to work, she said te quiero. My mind was blown. I was like super pumped. I was blushing. Everybody can tell I was like mile high. And I was super excited because I knew that was a huge stepping stone. So
I go slow, but I go short and slow, okay?
but really fast, really quick. There was one time where like things were going really well, and then she texted me. She said, "Hey, I'm not gonna be able to talk to you for a while, but I'll talk to you later or whatever." And I had no idea what that meant, and so I was like, "Okay, whatever. It's a Saturday. What can happen, right?" And she didn't tell me that she was working in the temple at the time, and so like 6 hours went by, 8 hours went by, and I guess at the time she had gone to the temple. Since she walked there, and she was walking home, and then she went to get lunch or whatever.
LDS temples, when you're a member, and well, you go through some interviews and stuff, and you can actually volunteer to work in there to like help people around, because it's pretty big. So I worked in the Salt Lake temple. Right now it's down for remodelations and stuff, but like I worked there, and I didn't tell him, and I totally thought that he knew.
I hadn't saved her as a contact yet. I had the contact, and I don't know if Apple still does it, but basically, if your Apple ID is attached to your phone number, it'll say your name as like maybe Maria or maybe John or James or whatever the name might be on there. And so it said maybe Maria, and I was literally getting ready to save it as a contact because I was like, whoa, things are really progressing. And then she didn't respond back for a couple hours. I was like, oh, maybe I should wait to add the contact, I guess. And maybe it's not going to work out. Maybe she's just never going to text me. And like all the worst possible thoughts went into my head. I was like, I'm never going to talk to this girl again. I'm actually never going to meet this girl again, ever, blah, 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 whatever kind of insecurity thoughts went inside my head and everything. But then she did text me back, obviously, because we're here and we have 2 kids and everything. But I was like, again, on top of the world when she texted me back, because I was super pumped. And any time and every single time I talked to this girl, from the moment I saw her picture, there was just something about her that I just knew more than what she knew of what our future was going to be. And so I knew every single time that something like that happened, I was just super pumped, because I was like, I'm getting what I want, and it's an eternal companion.
But we gotta say, he never said anything like this to me. Like, he never put any pressure on me at all. He just let me, like, I guess.
I loved her, and I was in love with her for a very long time before she was, but I didn't say I love you first.
Yeah, he never put any pressure.